Now, Joe Biden, of course, brings with him a new vice president who is making history herself.
We did it, Joe. You're going to be the next president of the United States.
Kamala Harris was born in California, the daughter of immigrant parents from Jamaica and India. Her mother had a strong influence on her life.
She raised us to be proud, strong Black women and to know and be proud of our Indian heritage.
After studying law, Kamala eventually became Attorney General of California. But she had political aspirations too, running for president before Joe Biden chose her as his running mate.
Her story is the American story.
Today, millions will watch as she becomes Vice President of the United States.
While I may be the first woman in this office, I will not be the last.
Well, joining me now, Kamala's high school friend, Wanda Kagan. Wanda, it's lovely to talk to you this morning. Thank you for joining us, and you must be so proud of your friend today.
Yes, thank you for having me on the show, Lorraine. I'm just elated. Every day, I feel like I'm in a dream, and when am I going to wake up?
You first met each other in high school, didn't you? What was it about the two of you that you became such good mates, such good friends?
Well, we were transferring from another high school, and this high school we were transferring to was very much bigger than we were used to, and it had a lot of social economical differences, and there was many cultural differences. There was 60% white, 40% Black, and so as we tried to fit in to the school, it was best trying to fit in together. We knew each other before we transferred, and we knew it was going to be a challenge. And so we immediately magneted to each other once we were in the school, and we saw, forces together. It'll be better to, to fit in. Yes.
You got this amazing bond, and I know you did things like you were in a dance group together, and I love the fact that you had this. If you didn't have a date for the prom, you actually just said, "Fine, we'll all just go together as a bunch of girls." What a good idea!
Yes, back then, Kamala and I, we were finding that there was girls that were upset. They didn't have a date. They were feeling pressured, as the time got closer. And back then, it wasn't even culture. It wasn't even acceptable, to go to the prom. We call it grad here in Canada. It wasn't even acceptable to go alone. But we decided to, change the culture, and that, back then she was paving ways. It was like, no, we're going to just go to, so a group of us all got together, about 5 girls of us. And I remember that was a strong statement back then, like 40 years ago.
Yeah, pioneering. Now, it'd be safe to say you had a pretty troubled home life. And I know Kamala and her mum actually took you in. I mean, you two were like sisters, you were looked after by the family.
Yes, yeah, that's why that's a special bond that we will always have. And when we catch up talking to each other, there were troubling times, but it was overshadowed by there were very, very good times. Her mother was a very strong independent. She wasn't very tall. She was 5 feet, but she was like Kamala, she walked like she was 7 feet. And she was a huge influence in her life and in my life, and living with them in that structured, studious environment, hanging out in her room with her, playing music, going to dance practice, studying together. That had a huge impact and influence on my life, and it changed the trajectory of my life that I went on to college and then university. And Kamala talks about it herself on numerous times of on how us being together and her helping me through those troubled times impacted different decisions that she made in her career choices also.
No, it
so
absolutely
that's really
did.
special.
Yeah, it is very much so. I mean, you're saying that she influenced you and helped you, but I would say that it's vice versa. And you kind of, you know, in some way, she's where she is today because of the bond that you two had as almost like sisters. I know that you're still good friends. I know because of circumstances, because of COVID and everything, you can't be there today. Nobody can really be there today. But you know what? Looking ahead, she could well be the first female president. It could happen, couldn't it?
Build a better future.
Yeah, it could happen. I believe it can happen. You know, I think this is just the beginning. I was reflecting a lot the past couple of days on different times that we were together. Her strength, her leadership, and it's those type of things that I think moving forward that she'd be a leader in that role too. And I just believe that this is like another chapter that she's writing. And I actually said, you know, like anyone can make history, what she's doing, but it takes a great woman to write history. And that's what she's doing. And so I'm just like, I just can't wait to watch that moment today when she takes that oath. And you know, I'm going to watch it with my daughter, you know, so women's girl power.
Sure, no, I understand exactly. There'll be an awful lot of women watching with their daughters, you know, men and women watching with their young daughters and saying, look what you can do, look what you can achieve. Thank you so much, Wanda, for being with us this morning. It was a real insight into an incredible woman who's got her moment on the world stage and will continue to do so. Thank you. Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.